In the vast, sun-drenched expanse of southern Peru's coastal plain, an enduring mystery is etched into the desert floor. These are the Nazca Lines, a breathtaking collection of giant geoglyphs that have puzzled humanity for nearly a century. Hundreds of figures, ranging from simple geometric lines to complex animal and humanoid shapes, sprawl across the arid landscape. Some of these incredible designs measure up to 370 meters in length, a scale that defies simple explanation. Their true forms are only fully discernible from high in the air, a fact that has fueled endless speculation. This unique characteristic has led to one of history's most captivating debates. Were they alien runways or sacred paths? The creators of these masterpieces were the Nazca people, a culture that thrived in this challenging environment from around 100 BCE to 800 CE. They were a pre-Inca civilization known for their sophisticated ceramics and textiles. Their ability to flourish in one of the driest places on Earth speaks volumes of their ingenuity. The method for creating the lines was elegantly simple, yet remarkably effective. By removing the reddish-brown, iron oxide-coated pebbles of the desert pavement, they exposed the lighter, sandy ground underneath. This created a striking visual contrast that has endured for centuries. The region's exceptionally dry, stable, and windless climate has been the perfect guardian for these fragile artworks. Without the forces of erosion, the lines have been miraculously preserved for nearly 2 millennia. While locals were always aware of the markings, their true extent was only realized with the advent of aviation. Peruvian archaeologist Toribio Mejia ESSSP began the first systematic study of the lines in 1926, initially from the ground. It was commercial and military pilots in the 1930s who first reported the stunning figures they saw from their cockpits. This aerial perspective transformed the strange etchings into a global phenomenon. The most sensational theory, and the one that captured the public imagination, involves ancient astronauts. Otto Erich von Däniken, in his 1968 book Chariots of the Gods, proposed a radical idea. He argued that the long, straight lines were landing strips for extraterrestrial spacecraft. Giant figures, he claimed, were created as signals or tributes to these celestial visitors. Proponents of this theory often point to a figure dubbed the astronaut as prime evidence. This humanoid geoglyph, with its large, helmet-like head, does bear a superficial resemblance to a modern space traveler. The ancient astronaut theory provided a simple, albeit extraordinary, answer to a complex puzzle. However, the scientific community has largely dismissed this hypothesis as pseudoscience. Critics argue the soft ground and delicate lines could never have supported the landing of a spacecraft. Furthermore, no non-terrestrial artifacts have ever been found in the vicinity. Researchers have also demonstrated that constructing the lines required no advanced technology. In contrast, archaeological evidence strongly supports a more terrestrial, spiritual interpretation. Many scholars believe the lines were created not to be seen from above, but to be walked upon. They may have served as sacred pathways for religious processions and ceremonies. The discovery of broken pottery at the intersections of lines hints at ritual activity. These sites were likely places where offerings were made to the gods. Some researchers suggest the lines were pilgrimage routes leading to major ceremonial centers. Cahuachi, a major Nazca hub, likely served as the destination for many of these ritual walks. Over time, the lines themselves may have become the focal point of the rituals. Another compelling theory connects the geoglyphs to the Nazca people's quest for water. Living in such an arid region, water was the most precious of all resources. It is proposed that the lines were part of elaborate rituals to petition the gods for rain. Many of the animal figures depicted are linked to water and fertility in Andean cosmology. The spider, for example, was often seen as a sign of impending rain. The hummingbird, another common motif, is associated with fertility and life. Some theories suggest the lines could be a giant map pointing to subterranean water sources. This idea is supported by the Nazca's known expertise in hydraulic engineering. They constructed a sophisticated system of underground aqueducts, known as puquios, which are still in use today. The astronomical significance of the lines has also been a major area of research. Pioneering researchers Paul Kosuk and Maria Reiche dedicated their lives to this hypothesis. Reiche, known as the Lady of the Lines, meticulously mapped and cleaned the figures for decades. They proposed that the desert was a massive astronomical calendar. Certain lines were found to align with solstices, equinoxes, and the positions of important stars. This celestial calendar would have been vital for timing agricultural cycles. However, later statistical analyses showed that many lines have no known astronomical correlation. This cast doubt on the idea that the entire complex was a single, unified observatory. Modern technology continues to peel back new layers of the mystery. Satellite imagery and drones have revealed hundreds of previously unknown geoglyphs. Many of these newly found figures are smaller and located on hillsides. This suggests they were designed to be seen by people on the ground in the valleys below. This discovery has shifted focus back towards ground-based, ritualistic interpretations. Artificial intelligence is now being used to scan vast areas for faint or partially erased lines. This has dramatically accelerated the rate of discovery in recent years. It is becoming clear that no single theory can fully explain the Nazca Lines. The purpose of the lines likely evolved over the many centuries of their creation. They were a complex, multifaceted phenomena, rich with cultural meaning. While the alien runway theory makes for a thrilling story, the truth is likely more profound. The evidence points to a people deeply connected to their environment and the cosmos. The lines were a sacred landscape, a vast, open-air temple. They were pathways for pilgrimage, connecting the people to their gods. They were a calendar etched in the earth, a guide for survival. They were a desperate, artistic plea for the life-giving gift of water. The Nazca Lines are a silent, sprawling testament to the ingenuity of their creators. They stand as a monument to the enduring power of human faith and creativity. The true enigma is not a simple choice between aliens and rituals. It lies in the rich, complex tapestry of a culture that has long since vanished. Culture that spoke to the heavens by writing on the earth. The Nazca people left behind a riddle of unparalleled scale and beauty. Their silent figures continue to challenge our perceptions of the ancient world. Each line, each curve, is a word in a language we are still learning to read. The desert holds its secrets close, revealing them only one stone at a time. Perhaps the lines were never meant for a single purpose, but for many. A celestial clock, a ritual map, and a prayer for rain, all at once. This fusion of science, art, and religion is what makes them so captivating. The Nazca people did not distinguish between the sacred and the profane. Their world was one where every act could be a ceremony. Every line drawn was a connection to the forces that governed their lives. The mystery, therefore, is not about finding a single, correct answer. It is about appreciating the depth of the questions they inspire. The lines are a mirror reflecting our own search for meaning in the universe. They remind us that ancient peoples possessed a profound and complex worldview. Their understanding of the world was woven into the very fabric of their landscape. The Nazca Lines are not just a relic of the past. They are a living heritage. They continue to speak to us across the silent centuries. Their message, written in the language of the earth, is one of resilience, faith, and wonder. And as long as we continue to look, we will continue to learn. The Great Desert Library of Peru still has many stories left to tell.